Hey, this is Brandon from thrivingalliance.com. I want to start this message today with the message that I usually conclude the videos with each and every time, because I want to talk about those things a little bit today. So the message is be inspired, be free, and be authentically you. And so what I'd like to do today is just to start to break that down a little bit, and I want to talk about that first thing, be inspired. So what do I mean by be inspired exactly, and what is so important about being inspired? Well, I have a question for you around that I'd like to kind of just get some honest feedback on and get you the opportunity to just sit and think with it for a moment. Do you feel like the areas in your life that you're unhappy with, that are causing problems or that are causing stress for you, are coming up consistently and you're not able to change them because you lack motivation in those areas? Do you feel like you're not motivated enough to change and to really experience a type of life that you want to be experiencing? Do you feel like that's the problem? Really? Is it a motivation problem? Do you need to watch more motivational videos? Do you need to do more positive thinking? Do you need to do more affirmations? Whatever it may be, is it a mindset problem that's strictly based on motivation? Think about it. Really, think about it for just a moment. My guess would be if you're anything like me, it's probably not a motivation issue. I've been incredibly motivated to do a lot of the things that I've wanted to accomplish and wanted to do in my life over the past few years and really the past decade. And in a lot of those instances, motivation hasn't been enough. And I've been willing to do whatever it takes, and I've been like putting the pedal to the metal and really working on achieving. And I've gotten a certain amount of result, and I felt exhausted by it, I felt burned out by it, I felt a lot of different things that weren't showing up in the way that I wanted them to with the pursuits that I want to have and the type of life that I want to live. So with that in mind, what I'd like you to consider is, if it's not a motivation issue for you, what is it? What's holding you back? What's not allowing you to take action? And that's where, for me, the distinction between motivation and inspiration is huge. Because for me, motivation is something that's kind of external. That's something that, at the end of the day, when you really think about it, the only reason you need motivation is to do something you don't want to do. So most of the things that I do in my life, I do because I want to do, and I'm really embracing that now. But a lot of the stuff in the past, I've wanted to do also, and kind of use the motivation, still to no avail. And it's just a different thing because it's usually extrinsic. It's usually something that's kind of the carrot and the stick, right? You have, okay, if you get it this out here, this is the reward, or if you don't get it, here's the punishment, whatever kind of things we have there for move toward and move away from. So that's kind of the standard motivation, overall from extrinsic motivation standpoint. And whenever we look at that, that's what doesn't work for a lot of people. There's a lot of people who really think that they're plenty motivated and still can't achieve the result. And if you're in that situation at all, what I'd like to kind of ask you is, what inspires you? Because inspiration is different than motivation. Inspiration is what you felt in the videos that I've shot over the past few days. That's what I feel like I am right now. I'm truly inspired to do the work that I'm doing now, because I know beyond a shadow of doubt that it's here within me, finally coming out in its fullest sense. And inspiration can be described as kind of divine will or divine intervention in mind or in soul. And that's what I feel like this is the God-given gifts that I have, that I'm now expressing fully and allowing myself to just live into each and every day. And it's truly energizing. It doesn't fatigue me, it doesn't exhaust me. I don't feel any need for motivation at all whatsoever. It's just what I feel like I'm meant to do, and it flows through me. So that's what I'd like you to think about, is what really inspires you, and see if you can start being inspired more often. And if you try to start being inspired as opposed to looking for more motivation, I think it may show up in your life in a very specific way. And I'd just like to see what that feels like for you. So if you will, kind of take a moment, think about what really inspires you. Think about what it is about those things that inspire you and why they do, and then just start experiencing them more and more often. And until the next time, be inspired, be free, and be authentically you.